Hey, it's Lockie here. I've got another asym board review. This time it's the Ride Helix. It's a twin, cambered, fairly stiff park board. The most major feature is the asymmetrical shaping, which, if you aren't familiar with, basically means that the side cut on the heel side of the board is a little smaller than the toe side. It's designed to make your heel side turns a little easier, a bit less effort, and a more natural feeling. It has what Ride call the twin hybrid camber, and although that makes it sound like it has some sort of crazy profile, it's basically just traditional camber with a bit of rocker at the contact points. It has a fairly stiff flex. There's a bunch of carbon stringers added from under the bindings to the nose and tail, as well as carbon slime rods. The sidewalls are made from urethane, which will help them be a bit more durable. I have an old Ride board from about 10 years ago that has really taken a beating, and so far nothing's happened to the sidewalls at all. They seem pretty tough. This is filmed at Mount Hotham in Australia. The snow was pretty fast, hard, sometimes icy at the top, getting softer down lower and in the afternoons. I was riding the 155cm 2020 model, which I rode with my standard setup, which is Solomon District bindings that I have set up on the recommended stance with positive 12 degrees on the front and negative 9 on the back. I ride with Solomon launch boa boots, so both the boots and bindings have around about a medium flex. It has a sintered base, which comes with a nice structure, and like all the boards I review, I waxed it just before I rode it to get the best out of it. In my experience, the asym boards I've ridden, which are the Capita Simulator, Never Summer Prototype 2, Never Summer Funslinger, and this one all turn nicely, and they all feel quite smooth edge to edge. Being a stiffer cambered board, this is about as stable as it gets. It can be hard to tell the speed that I'm riding at when this is filmed with a 360 camera, but you can sometimes get an idea of how fast I was going by looking at how much the jacket flaps around. The snow was fast, chopped up in places, but the Helix gave me plenty of confidence that it would stay stable, even though I got surprised by chunky snow. It's pretty stiff. I could press it, but it took a fair bit of effort. It wasn't that easy. The flex makes it pop pretty well. If I spent some time getting better at jumping, I have a feeling it would be pretty good. Although it's stiff, it doesn't ride like a plank, but it does take some effort to flex it and get some pop from it. It's a twin board with a centered stance, so riding switch is fine once I got used to it. At first I was turning too hard switch on my heels, but that didn't take long to get used to. I'm not as consistent riding switch, so I normally have to concentrate more and think about what I'm doing. On this board I deliberately had to put in less effort on my heel side turns when I was riding switch, but once I got used to that, it was all good. The Helix is a really solid board. I can see how pros would be riding it on big jumps. It's probably one of the most stable boards I've ridden. If I didn't have my ultimate ride, this would be a good alternative. Fast base, smooth turns, and solid on unpredictable terrain. Ride boards have a certain feel to them that's hard to describe. They have a sort of damp ride to them, but they feel like they're well made. If this video was helpful and you'd like to see more, subscribe. And if you have any questions about this or any other board you've been looking at, leave a comment below. Before you buy any new gear, make sure to search at snowboardrobot.com/search to see if any stores have it on sale or have last season's models at a discount.